Good morning. All right. If you had any doubts whatsoever what a wide range bar was, just look at almost any chart from Friday. There's some big ugly ones there. So, what's the takeaway here? Well, some observations. I think this unfilled gap down here is a target. I don't know if it'll get there today. Probably, I'm thinking not, but it's already come down quite a bit in a short amount of time last week. And as usual, just like here, um, many times a wide range bar is followed by a narrow range bar or a narrow bodied bar. And that's what we got as we waited for some news last week and then the continuation down. So that being said, there's nothing to stop it from going down here. Um, this move up created a void, and so whether it's an unfilled gap, I'm thinking 100 MA, but you can see it stopped right on the 100 MA. There's the 20 MA on the weekly. So, if you put a 100 MA on there, it's right there under the bottom of that bar. So this, unfilled gap down here is an obvious place that'll be focused on. There's a little bit of overlapping bars right there. You can see on the 65-minute chart, that little consolidation. It isn't much. And if we should look at this chart, no, nope, I got two of those. Yeah, look, a lot of people get um, not confused, but they don't get the concept of a void right away when we explain it in MT Live. Many people will say, could you explain that again? What is it? What is the definition of a void? A lack of whatever, anything, right? So when we look to the left as we do, and we look for areas of support, resistance, unfilled gaps, reference points where prices could stop, and there is none, that's a void. So here's a line chart, and it went up without any stall, so to speak. It was little intraday stalls on the way up, right? But nothing of significance on the daily time frame. And so there's nothing there. What's going to stop it from going down? Well, it doesn't have to go down there, right? But it would have to create support. So that's the whole idea behind creating support is that, okay, say it comes down here and begins to consolidate, and you get a day or two, and then it moves up a little bit, and it forms like a pivot, right? PL, a pivot low, and now it's created support, and so that's what we'll be looking for in the coming days to see, does it hold here? Does it form a pivot? Sometimes the pivot gets retested. Does it make a pivot and go right back up again? The unknown. We'll see. One thing I will point out, though, is that this wide range bar came after it was on the third week down into some support. This wide range bar is starting from a prior high. So it's an igniting bar. So is this a double top for the moment? Yes, 100%, no doubt. Will it come down here? I don't know. Uh, this trend is still up. So it does get some benefit of the doubt. Um, and so we'll see as this week unfolds in news and, everybody anticipates a quarter or a half or whatever it is. Um, we'll see where it stabilizes or not. Uh, see the 65-minute chart is rolled over. There's resistance up here. And so as we start today, what we start with is, of course, obviously, is a gap up. The gap up is in the lower half. Um, because this is what we refer to as an end of day base, which on this intraday time frame has created some support. It gives us a reference point intraday. While we don't have one on the daily time frame, and we're looking for this unfilled gap to get filled. It doesn't have to happen today. And we've got this end of day base. Prices are gapping above it. And as I look to the left as to where that location is on that 15-minute chart, and this appears to be a bad tick. I'm not 100% sure, but it appears to be. Hold on. That 5-minute, see if it's on here. Well, come on. Where the hell? Maybe not. Maybe not. There was a poke up here and it came back down. So some type of a whip up and down. All right. So end of day base, gapping up. If it should sell off, coming down here, what was resistance becomes support. We look for buyers to show up, see if it makes a turn, and maybe we get some jiggles, some trading opportunities. We'll see. Intraday here in you know, ES minis and leveraged spiders. We'll see what shapes up. That's what we do every day. What we do not anticipate is an immediate recovery and reversal of this wide range bar. That would be highly unlikely, especially there's no economic news today. So there's nothing that I know of significance that could turn things around today. So with that in mind, we look at SPX and we know prices are gapping up a little bit because of the big move down. There's premium down here and would be a no-brainer. I don't think there's any news, so I think it's a no-brainer. You can probably even get a little bit closer. You can see this unfilled gap down there. You want to get a little closer, a little more premium, tighter between the strikes. I think that would be fine, especially since this is gapping up a little bit. To get back up here today, I think that's unlikely. You see the cursor on the hourly chart. There's resistance there. In addition, puts the highest open interest is at 5,500. So, and in calls, it's 5,550. So this area up here, besides this cluster of opens and closes together, it would be call it a wall, call it whatever you want, call it resistance. It's unlikely, and probably I'll put a caveat of a disclaimer to say impossible to get through that today. And I think it's highly unlikely it's going down there today. So prices are in the middle of the range. You want to consider a condor. I think it's a decent day to consider that. And you can see the same wide range bar igniting the move to the downside there. Other markets. Now, I think the world pretty much is focused on that 200 MA as a downside target. 2 days of consolidation, igniting to the downside, and we'll see if it gets there. It's gapping up a little today, it's still in the lower half, and so not a big deal. You look at the 65-minute chart, while it's getting above the same end of day base, it's not going to change anything on the 65-minute chart. What would change that? A deep retracement. I think it's unlikely it's going to happen today. Here, transports. And we were talking about it at the top of the range. It was showing some relative strength. Now it's not. Coming down, should go down to the support. Yes, I saw YM showing some relative strength here, but it showed relative strength on the way up. It was stronger. It made the new high. And bam, back down again. So that is a little more than 50% and coming up into minor resistance. No sign of a turn yet. Let's see if it breaks that 65-minute low. So it's retesting here. See the pivots are getting closer together. And it did violate the uptrend on the 5-minute time frame and now retesting. So we'll see if we get some kind of breakout failure or whether that turns down. And I think the same. The takeaway is we're probably going to get some choppy back and forth as Everybody tries to see where it might hold on the way down or where sellers come in on the way up. So kind of like a searching expedition, testing. The Russell, close to the 200, obviously futures, way down at the bottom of the range, not doing anything. Uh, the weaker, but pivot highs, pivot lows, and so on. Nothing to go on there. Bitcoin, we've been talking about that being a mess. Now it's on the bottom of the trading range. Nothing to do here. The intraday charts, pretty messy. Um, not interested. Gold, same kind of sideways. It's what it's been doing for the last couple of weeks. Pretty messy. So as a rule of thumb, when you have a messy lower time frame chart, you go to a higher one, see, you condense the data, you see what it looks like. Looks like bullish price action in an uptrend to me. So that looks like it should go higher. It's just not ready yet. Still consolidating, waiting for more news. Um, yeah, and silver, nothing, nothing. Oil got crushed. It's heading lower as we speak. Back down again. Weekly chart is on an area of significant support. So one of the thoughts here is that, this idea, we've been talking, everybody been talking recession, soft landing, hard landing. There's been so much uncertainty this year, yet the market has had a very nice advance. And a lot of things are coming, especially technology, well off of the highs. Um, Semiconductors and technology have given back the majority of their gains earlier in the year. So, um, you know, really it brings back the idea of you don't have a trading plan that includes position and money management, you're going to have some bad experiences. Um, but oil coming down, everybody wants interest rates to come down, but are they coming down too much? And looking at the weekly chart of the 10-year note here, it's holding on that pivot. And it moved up a little bit on Friday, but you want to set an alert below here. And if that starts to drop and oil's starting to drop, it continues to reinforce, technically anyway, through these intermarket relationships, a growing belief that of a recession. And when we see what the stock market has done, we see, if you look at retailing, that's retailing. That, like everything else, some things become what victims of the market, but you want to see if this starts to break down below the low here. I already showed the transports, which are broken down. So the more technical setups, transports, companies that move people, services, goods, and so on begin to break down. Um, Interest rates, oil, all of those things begin to point more and more toward the belief of a recession. And then, of course, what is the Fed going to do? Right? Which leads to, okay, a quarter point. If they do half of a point, that communicates to the world that maybe they should have cut earlier and things have escalated too far. And again, they're behind. And that reinforces the belief of, hey, it's not going to be a soft landing. So there's all this uncertainty out there. But look, after last week's move and the weekly charts with the big wide range bar, it's going to take some time for traders, institutions to kind of figure out as news unfolds as to what's going to happen. What are other countries doing with their rates? I have no idea. I have no idea. If you go to Bloomberg, you can see other interest rates out there as to what they're changing and where they're at. Um, but you can look at, I think just by looking at the price of the yen, maybe they've been raising interest rates as this has been going up, and you can see here it was in the downtrend, right, forever, right, over the last few years. Um, the euro is down here, but been going up. It's at the top of the range. So yeah, Canada lowered twice. All right. Um, yeah, we got big numbers coming out this week. I think Wednesday and Thursday. We've got core inflation and CPI, and then on that was Wednesday and Thursday, PPI and jobless claims. So the middle of the week, those numbers are going to have an effect. Right. So until then, things probably bounce around just based on technicals, and hey, we'll do what we do on a day-to-day basis. Well, yours, Dan.
Sounds like you work in a factory.
Factory? I used to work in a factory when I was a kid.
Says that you do what you do every day. It sounds like a Boeing factory worker and you got a 25% raise.
Well, believe me, factory work is boring as hell. At least this changes a bit.
Yeah, there's so many boring jobs out there. Some, many being taken over by technology. Like what about the guy working at the toll booths? At least they've gotten rid of most of those. So alarms here. Now, I said in the weekend video, I was hoping we would get two more big old nasty bars and then be looking for the reversal on Wednesday, but that's too easy. That would be shooting ducks in a pond. Um, I want to go lower, so I don't, everything Greg said. So let's just look at alarms. There's no earnings on TSM. I just had a 160 alarm go off. We have a call spread on this. I think we might have covered half into the close. AOG alarm. I don't trust it, but this is a 1, 2, 3. Halliburton, we're in trail mode. We only have a third left. See, my up alarm went off, but now I got smacked back down. So I'll just reset it. CCI alarm. I don't see any prints, but this is a long idea. Daily, weekly, monthly look great. APLS. Oh, McGraw gave me this. Daily, weekly, monthly are all in alignment. It's a bio though. That's a beautiful bottoming pattern, daily, weekly, and it's a retest. It's not a buy setup on the monthly, but they're all in alignment of making the turn. Let's just go to other gappers here. So Cent here, I don't know what happened with this thing on Friday, or pre-market actually. This thing exploded. Look at that, it doubled. This thing doubled pre-market. Tesla. This is a great example of a nasty daily, big bar, zero pattern to swing trade. But look at this void, and it's a gap up and bullish pre-market. If this goes sideways and takes out a 30-minute high, I think this will be a fantastic day trade. Might get $4 or $5 out of that. So watch that. Ether, I just saw it gapping up here, bouncing off this prior low. Do y'all remember, see this explosive move here? What was that in May? This is when they had all of the new ETFs coming out. This thing just exploded. Look at that. We're back under it. So that's quite a round trip. Right, I saw going by the ticker. Look at this 3-day move. That is explosion. RYDE. I'm assuming, just an assumption that they're in the EV space, but I didn't look. Apple, it's flat. They said they're coming out with announcing their new iPhone 16 today. Microsoft was up and it's tanking to fill the gap right now. Look at that. This could be if if this goes sideways now for 30 minutes, that's a no-brainer. 30-minute low, short, day trade, maybe even swing to 390. Might get $10 out of that. So I like this if it sets up for a swing short. Tesla if it sets up day trade short. Disney. Um, I posted long puts under Friday's low, breakdown, downtrend, sell setup weekly. This had positive Barron's mention. I don't see this very rarely for a stock to be in a death trend and then it gets a positive Barron's. I mean, that's a nasty chart. This is that that soda, energy, water, whatever. Like Mr. Big. Remember we talked about this last week? We said this gap down was the picture of them going out of business, like they were losing their financing. And I saw in the journal today that they're now thinking of filing soon. Etsy is getting booted from some, I think S&P 500. That is a short watch. Put that in a window. Etsy looks great. Also a call spread if there's any juice. Dell is getting added, I think, to the S&P 500. Bullish gap up, but no pattern. But Pelletier, same, getting added. And this is a bullish pattern, though. So this is a failed buy setup, still in an uptrend. And this is a picture of a I don't know what word you want to use it, repaired second time around, but that's still bullish now, gapping up from this turn. Bullish weekly monthly, so that's on my list. Looks great. Boeing got a new contract. I actually had this on my short watch list. Daily, weekly, monthly look horrible. 162. There's no pattern, but we'll see what it does. Airbnb. Oh, let me cancel this. Um, this was a call spread that never filled. It never filled on Friday. And so I don't want it to get filled on this gap up. So let's go ahead and kill that for now. All right, Greg, what do you got for me? Delta 20, Whiskey Pop-Up Charlie. But I have an alarm on Airbnb under the low. Closing breakout. It's up a lot. I don't like these that run this far, but this is a buy setup, so it's not a straight run. It's greater than 100% retracement. It's bullish. Let's just pick our entry. Remember, I'm not bullish on the broader markets. So you're kind of swimming upstream there, but that's worth watching. GoDaddy. I was having some GoDaddy problems this weekend, email, so I thought I'd look at the stock. That is a textbook breakout failure. Void, But I'm gonna put on my list for the turn. Still a buy setup, believe it or not. Still a buy setup in an uptrend, but has to make a turn. Sky, I think, Greg, you mentioned a couple of these as shorts. Kava, possible long. Heathrow, short. I got an alarm. Trupp, possible short. Trades spotty as can be on the intraday. So that's a picture of this is a horrible day trading stock. You want clean bars. Like that Tesla one I showed you, as clean as can be. Way all-time highs, but up a lot. I see Amazon creeping up here. Another possible day trade idea, but I like that one's already run here for almost an hour. So Tesla, look at these two. Look how this Tesla is more rested at resistance. So this looks fantastic as a day trade if it will go sideways. All right, Stephen, I'm going to email that to myself right now. And when things slow down, we can look at them. Where did I label off? There's our APLS, but it's a bio. Munster, not a big target. I wish it had better juice, and that would be a no-brainer 47 put spread. There's that self. Wow, it's even turning negative on the positive burns. SIBO. There was some, I don't know, I saw his name in Barron, so I looked at it. I'm like, wow, that's a pseudo 1, 2, 3, 4 on an uptrend. SIBO looks great. Casey's had a positive article. This is a 1, 2, 3 on earnings. I put it in the letter just as a watch, just because of resistance right there. But that's an igniting bar Thursday on earnings. So if it can give me one more inside bar, then we'll buy it, because then the evidence suggests that it will go through that. WDC was on Alex's. This is out. Oh, there's Alex. Yeah, Alex, this is on your list. I have an alarm. Lift, I have an alarm. Kex, I have an alarm, but this shows it down $1.60. I don't see any. Um, prints. But if this opens flat, it's a great 30-minute low. EPAM alarm. EPAM alarm. I always have early alarms. 30-minute high idea over Friday. Sky alarm. 5-minute low that gapped under this. It's kind of a mini M top. It's not a good M top, because this was a breakup from consolidation. So maybe more like a head and shoulders. So let me set an alarm on Sky at 87.65. All right. GoDaddy alarm, but nothing to do. Tan is bearish. Daily, weekly, monthly are horrible on Tan. So that's solar stocks, obviously. I reformatted my computer this weekend, and now this stupid friggin' Zoom, it's not scrolling down. What a pain in the butt. I mean, like,
That's the
what?
new version of zoomed in. It doesn't scroll.
I know, but how retarded is your developer?
They
Who?
they thought it was a good idea, so whatever you missed, you could see it and then scroll it down to what's new.
Okay, so I would say Mr. Retarded Developer. Wouldn't it make more sense to scroll up if I miss something than to have to freaking hit the down button every 30 seconds all day long?
I agree.
Idiots. Idiot, man. Don't they talk to people? All right, Herb, I think this was Sammy Boy. I got Tesla coming in hard now. Sammy Boy, your Herb. This could be a beautiful day trade short, 5 minute low, relative weakness. Let's put Herb here. I got Tesla on the other computer. Truck alarm. This could be, hmm, I'd prefer a 30 minute low, but this has a big void. So that, I'm pointing out my favorite long and shorts and what type of trade it is. So I hope you all write them down if you're interested. I can't watch everything, but I would like this 30 minute low, your Herb 5 minute low, Tesla. Tesla has to get above the day's high, or I got no interest. All right, EPAM 30 minute high would be good. eBay, it's a bull rectangle and an uptrend. I'm, just not buying things like that unless I have a more bullish bias on the market. ABBV, topping pattern, but it has to get over Friday's low. All right, there's your Herb, just popped lower. Tan, we know about. Ellis, nice. 1, 2, 3. If it closes like this, hood where Sam lives. Friday's low. I'm gonna set an alarm 1895. Nice too. AOG. All right, I'm gonna set a new alarm 1835. If we decide to maybe get in early, it needs to hold right here. It's upper 50%. I like them when they hold upper 40 myself. SMH. Um, Nothing. All right, this Pelletier I posted. That's a big old gap. But okay, see, so I almost jumped to conclusions saying all-time highs, but it's not. But it's bullish, all time frames. You just gotta work your entry. WSM, I have an alarm under the lows. Pork. Um, yeah, pork. Yeah, let's do 5 minute low, short, 943. Pork. I had I had it as buying puts, $10 puts. Boeing 15-minute buy setup pre-market, not pre-market. Well, I mean, using pre-market data. Look at it real quick. Well, that ain't bad. If it closed like this, put spread idea and target, $3, $4 target maybe. But let's let this 15-minute bar finish. That's a day trade idea. Sure. Buying $10 puts for 70. Yeah, I could just you all too. HDI, ADI. All right, let's move the stop the high on this over 218. Yeah, I'm not too busy here today, so that's good. Usually Mondays I'm slammed with alarms, but we actually don't have. We have light inventory. Right. Apple wide range bar down. Microsoft recovered. Netflix ripping. Tesla took out the high. So we got a little bit of FANG strength. Yeah, but I was hoping that 15-minute bar would have closed and not kept running. Oh shoot, HWM. Shoot, that gapped over our break-even stop. Let's move stop the high now. Shoot, 463. Yeah, we covered a third. INSP. Sammy boy, why didn't you say anything, buddy? Sell half. Move stop days low. Sammy, this was the only long we did Friday. Why aren't you pounding the table? Yeah, that one was showing nice realtors. That's the only long we gave, the only bullish trade all day on Friday. Nice work, Sammy boy. But next time you should be jumping up and down, man. 215. Alex, look at your boy. Look at LZB. He's taking a bow. Hey, Sammy, you also need to put take a bow. Add that to your emoji list. That'd be a good one.
Spiders, Qs, SOXL, above the high of the day for scalps. SOXL coming back down to the low on top of the open. Maybe if the 5 minute turns into a bottoming tail bar, that would be good. 30 seconds or so to go in it. And Amazon to that list.
Yes. Yeah, Alex, I like kicks.
I didn't catch what you meant by that, Sam. My chat didn't scroll. Oh, add Amazon to the list going sideways. Okay. I'm a little slow today. Yeah, SMH, what patterns? XLF breaking the low of the day, but really not that big a deal yet.
Go,
Yeah,
Daddy.
Microsoft consolidating at the high of the 5 minute bar, but at resistance.
Yeah. Boeing 30-minute high. Let me check puts.
Nobody buying Apple. That's not a good sign.
Well, they're in the news. They got that new product launched today, so it'll be whipping around.
If people are hurting for money, the whole recession talk, and I mean, I think most people are definitely feeling this economy. Why am I going to go spend $1,000, $1,500 on a phone that does the same thing as my old phone? You know, I mean, unless you're really a geek, that you need some kind of AI thing on your phone. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I got two responses to that. The first is people all over the world, third world countries, this bum that sleeps on the street downtown here is just disgusting person. She, of course, has a big old, um, Android. So people will buy, more than a car. But the second point is what you just said, that if they already have one, then yeah, they don't have, the money to just buy a new toy when it already, you know. All right, this kicks. Yeah, let's do 30-minute low. I'll just put it as a watch. Built in. Wow. That Patrick, that'd be a fantastic 1, 2, 3 if it sets up for Wednesday. But let's put it on the list.
Semi's weaker.
Um, yeah, it's all really well. ACL. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I wouldn't expect a new high. Um, it's far from the 20 right now. I'd prefer it to go sideways for Big John, but yeah, let's put it on the list. Oh man, our UA stopped. Shouldn't have happened. That is not normal. Oh, yes, and we have call spring.
Either did NQ or T triple Q and put the stop under the 5 minute bars low or the open.
IWM is the weakest pre-market is new. No, yeah, yeah, we never entered because of that tail on Thursday, but yeah, same with our UA, Alex. It shouldn't have done that. Kex at the low. We can short it. Is there any economic numbers today? Ah, look at the volume now. 14,000, Alex. What's average? What's average? No, average is okay. Let's short 30-minute low. I don't know, just psychologically also. Well, Danny, I'll set a new alarm on 5260. APAM. I forget if that was Sam or Alex, but they're a team, so it really doesn't matter. Bitcoin new high. Just not sure about the reward to risk on EPAM. ELS alarm. That's triggering.
Mm. These cues may get going now. Semis are coming back. They're inching back above the open.
Tesla's still in the running here, 30-minute high, but that's whippy, so you definitely need to stop these lows, which I don't like, so forget it. Oh, Netflix, we had a call spread. Man, that's another crazy reversal. Wow. Netflix. JC is not getting any love after the Barron's article, but let me set an alarm here. 376.80, 376.50. Sky, I got my alarm. GoDaddy, nothing. eBay is flat, which I like. 59.45. Goldman, yeah, it's a call spread. That's not going to trigger. Oh, of course not, Ron. I don't either. Are you kidding? We're talking just day trades. Yeah, it looks good. Steve, yep, mention it. Not sure reward to risk for a swing, but yeah, I like him. CCI, I like as a new trade, particularly if it closes like this. Then we got a 1, 2, 3. Kirk under the low. Home Depot over these 4 bars. WSM's not going to trigger. Let's cancel WSM actually. There's going to be a call. Well, I'll leave it. It's a call spread under the lows, so it won't trigger. And lift is good under the lows. SIBO actually triggered. Yep. 13.2. My Sibo alarm never went off. That's weird. Ellis. TSM stopping out. All right, Ellis, we're already in. TSM. INSP low alarm. Nice out on half. And I was really tempted to do the whole thing, but did half. Just because I didn't want to give up $10 of gain. 211.16. Let's say when you get explosive moves like that, far from the 20, I'm totally thinking sell some in the strength. That's exactly what we did. Can you all believe this octa? It's getting its head chopped off, no bounce. X 30-minute low now. It's under 113.62. X too spready for puts. Disney, 89 puts. Yeah, I mean, it's still good to go. Has to take out Friday's low. 5. Yeah, bottoming pattern. It's up 3 bars, so at resistance. So I'm not crazy about the entry here. Good little Intel dog moving.
MJ is near the top of the list of gainers in the ETFs. It was the only, in my list of ETFs anyway, it was the only best performer by being unchanged last week. Still junk. Think you think their troubles are over? Hmm, not bad day so far. Those lawsuits aren't going away, but maybe it's baked into it. Hmm, I would wait. I would wait for it to get further into the day, Alex, to see if we get a green bar. Unless you want to do an anticipatory, taking it about a smaller position above the prior bar's high.
Yeah, sector, nice move today. Well, all horsemen here in alignment for bouncing to the void. 515 straight up.
Amazon might be a better go if this 5 minute bar, it's 2 minutes to go and it closes like that. Then you get a little breakdown failure, 180.
Mm-hmm.
Google don't look good. Apple's going to come into a sell zone on the 5. So
Yeah, Dollar Tree. I wanted to do a put spread and it was only like 20 cents. It was crazy.
hmm, Moderna, maybe a put spread, Dan. It's having a big day.
Look at this APLS beautiful 15. We're already in a half lot, but that looks great. Myrna. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, $4 wide, 46. I'm not sure we can trust it by Friday, but that's sure something turn on the 15.
Maybe you can be out by Wednesday.
True, but so you're okay with the entry after this vertical move, or I was going to post half lot and add on a
Yeah,
pullback.
yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't pull back a lot because, but yeah, you can come in a little bit.
Yeah, I like it, Alex. I like it better after 3 p.m. Yeah, went sideways at resistance after this big old move. Yeah, see, so that's adequate resting time, 3 weeks. Yeah, looks great. I'll watch it into the close. But you know me, I would do a put spread early and hope it doesn't close with a topping tail. There's no weeklies, but the 205s. There are no 205s. Wow, the 200s are a buck 80. Earnings 11.6. Man, this thing's juicy as can be. eBay up alarm now that we're talking about. Man, these are juicy. It's like, you see, Pfizer. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, nice bottoming pattern monthly. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, oh, that's the one was in the letter. Yeah, my alarms are not working right. Because I triggered. Stupid alarm didn't go off. Yeah, I do remember that one. Ah, my alarm went off a long time ago. That's why. X triggering. Bullish. Up and it was closing 15 pivot. Kind of a rising wedge, strong. Checks triggered.
The airlines came back, a big beneficiary from that crude oil falling apart.